Hi, YouTube. It is a pleasure doing a reading once again. And please subscribe, comment, share, and follow me on social media platforms, okay? Bella Luna Mystical Goddess, the same profile picture. When I mean follow me, means cooperating with it doesn't mean just lurk, okay? God will provide eternal blessings for those that share, comments, subscribe, and interact with me, as adding you as a friend on all over social media platforms: TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Okay, the whole bang, right? But that's how we help each other. Okay, that's how we help each other. All right, and so welcome. All right, as you can see, you're gonna notice how my readings, the way I explain messages, and it's totally different, and I am very proud to provide different type of readings using tarot cards, oracle cards, gypsy cards, index cards, right? And I do have a variety of each, right? So over 2,300 index cards, over 222 deck of cards. I do object readings, perfume readings. I do readings with all the elements, and I do communicate with different beings of different entities from different realities. Okay, I am a portal and I am an oracle. Okay, I am a medium, I am a channel. Okay, I do have all the psychic abilities, and I am Claire also. In my readings, you're gonna acknowledge that I will be using all my senses. All right, and so in this particular reading, I'm gonna be explaining one of my altars, which is in my kitchen. In my kitchen, I have different altars just in the kitchen. There's altars in each bedroom and each room of this apartment, and so each altar has different type of objects and all the elements. Okay, so let's start. All right, now let's start here. Okay, I'm gonna use my wand. Now you're gonna notice that there's all the elements are here. I'm gonna start off by explaining my ashtray. This ashtray is made out of marble, right? Now, as you can see, there is a palo santo here. There is a cinnamon stick here. And then I have incense cone, little plates here on each side, right? To provide balance. Now, notice that they're both very different. One is one side up and one side down. Okay, because I want to balance the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine energy. Now, whereas with the Palo Santo, one is burned and one is this wand of synonym stick is whole, is virgin, right? So this represents me because I'm a newborn virgin. I have not been intimate with anyone for over a year. Now, this Palo Santo represents my future kingdom spouse. Now, this one is burned because, you know, my kingdom spouse, I know that it still needs a lot of work to do. It still needs to purify itself, right? Whoever God has reserved for me is still sexually active. So by burning this palo stick, I'm purifying the soul, mind, and body, right? And so, fire, it's an element of passion, action, but also the spiritual connection, right? That journey, that communication with the divine. And as a wand, we want to be able to vanish the energies of all our exes, right? Vanish the energy of the past, right? Of all the toxic family is there dynamics, right? And vanishing and cutting cords of all those fake friends that were pretending to be friends, but in reality were in competition with us, right? And so, it's very dark because it seems like in my masculine whoever is gonna be my future, this individual is being attacked, okay, by black magic. And so there is a lot of darkness that he still needs to be able to fight the demons and the temptation and the addictions that he's suffering from. And this is indicating to me that, he's not gonna get better, right? He's not gonna be able to fight demons away unless he walks away from the demons. You cannot be sexually active if you're trying to fight demons. In order for you to successfully be able to do an exorcism on someone, they need to be celibate. So it could be easier. You need to be celibate, and you need to reserve your energy from everyone. Okay? And God will provide blessings for us, right? So we cannot be having those type of jobs that are 9 to 5 and interacting with other people, because we really need to reserve and protect our energy until we're able to heal. Once we're able to heal, then we still need to be picky on what type of people we interact with, what type of people we exchange energy with. So I'm gonna light up this Palo Santo. Okay, so it's very important for us to maintain a distance from everybody that is toxic, anybody that instead of giving you advice just gives you motherfucking opinions. It's red, there is purple, violet, orange. Okay, it's weird how in the camera it kind of looks different colors from what I'm seeing, but my abilities are very how you call it, very high. So what I see, you might not see it, but I do, because I see beyond. My third eye is very advanced. But however, it's very important for us to not exchange energy with the past. Any exes, we cannot be friends with exes that have been toxic. We cannot really interact with the past, right? Until we're able to heal. Once we're able to heal and you want to give a second chance to someone from the past, that past has to really be celibate and really be healed and match your energy and really gain your trust and start from zero by how you call it is the vanishing and cutting cords as many times as possible on a frequently. Okay, it's not just like lighting up a candle, two candles together and cutting the cord one time and then that's it. No, to vanish someone's energy from the past that is toxic, it's not going to do you any good if you're still fucking around with that person in and out. If you're still being a player or a bitch, you know, intimate with whoever you want to be intimate with, right? That are toxic, then that means that when people attack you with magic, that's how you become weaker, because you're exchanging demons, you're exchanging karma from all those people that you are connecting with, whether you are connecting with them physically or spiritually, right? If you are being intimate with all kinds of people, then you're really being a target for devil energies and you become very weak. Okay, you start losing your abilities and you start giving away your talents, your gifts, your abilities, and also your blessings. Okay, and then you start attracting all the negative karma from all the people that it's in your circle. So that's why I always recommend, right, for people, like if you're gonna go to the store, before you go outside into the world, it's very important to pray, right, and say, Lord, I'm gonna go to the store, or I'm gonna drive, or I'm gonna walk. During my journey, may I be protected from all harm. All right, whatever evil plans my enemies have against me may be returned to sender to all those involved. Okay, stuff like that, because and then whatever energy that it gets exchanged in my journey, Lord, I reclaim my power back, my abilities, my energy, purify it as it enters my energetic field. May I heal whoever needs to be healed, and may whoever attempts to steal my energy, may they get cursed, okay, eternally. And so shit like that, okay. And that's something that you need to do on a constant and frequent basis. All right, as many times as possible. If you're low vibrational and you try to, you know, protect yourself, you're not gonna be just simply by being a karmic and being low vibrational, you're not gonna be protected. In order, if you want to be transformed, you need to become divine. You need to be celibate. You need to stop doing drugs. You cannot be doing drugs of any kind. You cannot drink any alcohol. You cannot be intimate. You cannot be flirting. You cannot, none of that, until you heal completely. Once you heal completely, then you're able to, you know, interact with people. Then you're able to, you know, go dating, but you have to be very careful who you date, because you are gonna get tested, and the universe will test us to see, did they learn their lessons? Are they able to listen to their intuition and know that that person is just trying to distract them so they could like steal from them energetically? You know, they're trying to switch fucking destinies and shit like that, which is impossible. They're trying to do the time travel and shit like that. No. As you can see, It is proven that if you are not divine, you do not have power. Okay? And it's proven because it's like the government requires machines, technology, all right, different type of chemicals, different type of like all kinds of, you know, all kinds of mumbo jumbo and shit, all kinds of bullshit, in order for them to like tap into the past, present, and future. I don't need to do that, right? When you're divine, when you're connected with God's kingdom, with the Holy Trinity, right? Then you are able to, like, you know, if you are gifted, you know, depends, because not everybody is able to be a time traveler, right? Some of us are not, right? Now, let's say that there is evil worshipers that were able to do that in the past. This timeline, that's what my job is, to stop, like, that's what my, you know, mission is, to avoid. I am karma, right? My mission is to provide karma to specific individuals, to all kinds of individuals, and not allow them to resurrect anymore. That's why my scorpionic, my scorpion is right here, my scorpionic energy, death, right? So anybody that is evil and is not willing to transform, then they will die, okay? They are not going to be able to resurrect again. This was their last timeline. They were given many chances in other, in the past, right? In other timelines and in other eras, and they still didn't want to change. They still committed the same type of crimes. They still were trying to be evil. And so you know, I have to, you know, and it's 144,000 of us that are chosen, right? That, you know, God chose as warriors to teach the world and to transform the world into earth gods and earth goddesses, earth angels, okay? Now, a lot of humans are not human, they're demons. If you're low vibrational, if you're a karmic, you're a demon. If you're a player, you're a demon. If you're a bitch, you're a demon, right? If you're a drug addict, okay, you're a demon, right? If you self-sabotage, you're a demon. If you are motherfucking, let's say, if you're giving opinions instead of advice, you are a karmic. You're low vibrational. You are a demon. If you're jealous, if you're envious, if you're in competition with people, if you are a person that has, you know, let's see, that is a sociopath, psychopath, narcissist, right? There's certain psychological, mental, and personality disorders that are affiliated with demonic forces. And people might see it as like, oh my God, well, they're having mental issues, or they just, they've been traumatized, they have endured a very difficult life, which is true. We all have. So therefore, we all have some type of issue. All right. But it's up to us to connect spiritually, right? And to get the proper professional help that is needed. There is type of medication that does help. And there is other medication that doesn't, that makes things worse, right? So, I'll be back. Let me bring an incense stick, but I'm still going to be talking. So, it's important for us to be able to, start healing ourselves spiritually and also naturally. Okay? Because the more we connect spiritually as many times as possible, right? And the better we're going to feel, and the more we're going to be able to handle tough situations, okay? And the spiritual journey is not very easy. However, it becomes easier when we are celibate, when we cleanse ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally. We need to purge. We need to reserve our energy, right? And see, purple, red, orange. Okay. We are going to be able to handle obstacles way better if we remain celibate, because our DNA is sacred and it's very powerful. And if we give it to the wrong individuals that have a lot of hexes, a lot of curses in their bloodline, in their DNA, then your DNA is going to get cursed. So if you are having children with karmics, those children are demons. Those children are going to automatically be problematic. Those children guaranteed are gonna have all types of problems emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. They're just gonna create all kinds of obstacles, okay? So it's very important to be careful who you have sex with, who you have children with, because if you exchange energy, if you exchange DNA with the wrong type of people, you are cursing your bloodline, okay? Now, if you have divine bloodline, if you have cosmic DNA, if you have royal lineage, God is not going to allow you to procreate with the karmic. So if there is karmic saying that's your child, most likely that's not your child. Because God does not want us to procreate more demons. Okay? God has chosen life partners for us that we are supposed to be a power couple that is supposed to procreate earth angels, earth gods, earth goddesses. Now, if you have taken a test, a DNA test, and supposedly the DNA shows that that's your kid, most likely that's a lie. Because it could indicate that karmic either seduced whoever took the test or paid, bribed or something in that DNA test is not correct. So make sure you guys and females be very careful who you have children with, and the DNA test, make sure that it's a legit DNA test. All right, because there is corrupted professionals out there that have an agenda to continue creating demons so they could continue attacking us, the chosen ones. All right, because they know we have divine bloodline, cosmic DNA, and royal lineage. And so they send to us individuals that are karmics, masculines and females, that are demons. They have attachments with demonic forces, that are possessed by demonic forces. All right, and they have cursed bloodlines. And so when you have sex with this type of individuals, your DNA is exchanging DNA with that person. Then they start stealing your motherfucking abilities, your motherfucking the gifts, your talents, your blessings. All right, and then they're gonna be able to tap into your energetic field, and they're gonna know, right? They're gonna be aware that you're in love with someone else. They're gonna be aware of what your next move is. Okay, and then guess what? They're gonna tempt you with threesomes. They're gonna tempt you to, it's okay. Let's do a motherfucking swap or swingers type of. They start doing all kinds of sexual perversions. All right, they start getting perverted sexually to try to tempt you. So that way, because they know that that's when you become weaker. Because our sexual energy is very powerful. It's very extremely magical, because our DNA has a lot of fucking recorded information from the past, present, and future, from all the timelines. So you have to protect your Akashic records, which is your spiritual book that has the information of all the cultures, of all the languages, of all the different backgrounds and different lifestyles that you have lived, all the reincarnations, all the locations that your soul has lived in different eras, in different planets, in different realities, different dimensions, solar, lunar, right? And star systems, right? In different densities, all kinds of information. You're giving it to those karmics that you're having sex with. So I suggest for people to start being celibate. It's not hard. Pleasing yourself is way better than risking for you to have obstacles by con artists, thieves, gold diggers, sexual transmitted diseases, individuals that do magic against you, that, send demons to you and against you, and that try to kill you after they get everything they want from you. They steal from you spiritually, physically, all right, emotionally. They drain you. Once they make you into a karmic, all right, once they lower your vibrations and they convert you into a karmic, you are gonna have a very difficult time to convert yourself into a divine person. It's not impossible, because we all been karmic before. We all have done drugs. We all have been fucking around. We all have been, making mistakes, but As soon as we start respecting the 10 commandments, as soon as we start being celibate, we become a virgin, right? A reborn virgin. As soon as we stop interacting with the past and not be friends with exes and shit like that, because I don't care if you have children, there is no conversation that you need to have with that individual. Okay? There is no conversation that you need to have with that individual. Talk with your kids instead. Okay? Now, and make sure that those are your kids, because a lot of you are paying for child support for kids that are not yours. And even if you got attached to kids, and if they're not yours, they're not yours. Let the proper father or the right mother do what they need to do. Imagine if you had fucking 10 fucking girlfriends, 10 exes, and they all had children. And they're not your children, but you got attached to all those children. You're not going to be able to afford to raise 10 children that are not yours. Let's be logical here. Okay? The right type of people need to be parents. If they're not ready to be parents, then what the fuck? They should not be allowed to have children. Okay? And I swear, I wish I was a president. I wish I was a tyrant. I wish I was a dictator. But I would be a logical one. Because I would make sure that people that are evil worshipers would not have kids. Because we don't need any more fucking demons here. We really don't. Alright? I would dissolve all marriages that are not approved by God. All that open marriage type of shit, nope. That's not approved by God. All that, those marriages that are just together because they're afraid to lose money, or they're just together because of the kids, boom, dissolved. Because that's not really a relationship. That's not even a partnership. That is distorted, dysfunctional. You're teaching your kids that it's okay to settle and that it's okay to be a gold digger. Those type of children should not be in that household to begin with. Because you're not being a positive role model, teaching your child that love is more important than money. Because best believe that God will destroy that partnership, or that's not even a partnership, that situationship. Now, it's either both of them are going to die, or everybody's going to die, or somebody's going to get some type of disease. Someone's going to be like a drug addict. Something dysfunctional is going to happen with individuals that are in like situationships that are dysfunctional. Dysfunctional family is that. That's why I have the scorpion here with the snake. Okay? Because people are poisoning themselves. They're poisoning themselves by being in situationships that are poisonous, that are domestic violence, mental violence, financial abuse, all types of abuse. There is individuals that allow their kids to get raped, molested, or drugged. And they start like, allowing their kids to, they're like either prostituting their kids, getting them drugged up, all right, and they're killing their kids. That's why there is this scorpion here, because the scorpion and the snake could be poisonous, right? So there is parents that are our own enemies. That's why I have different rocks here. Because it's certain individuals that we're going to cross paths with, right? You see, this one looks like a meteor, okay? But it's I forgot. I can't think of what it's called right now. But I have different type of rocks here. Okay, and I like collecting rocks, minerals, bricks, crystals, gemstones. Right? Can't see this one, but it looks like snow. It's like kind of like shiny. Kind of looks like snow, and it's like kind of shiny, glittery, like snowflakes. Okay. See, different type of rocks, you know, like it just gives me like I get reminded, like if I'm in some type of other galaxy, another multiverse, or another multi-dimensional location, right? So with the snake, okay, I have a 1976, no, 1975. Okay, Scorpio, from October 23rd till November 22nd. Okay. All right. So this animals or the snake is reptilian, right? You can see there's to me, this was given by my ex, but to me, it kind of like has, I don't know, I have a feeling that this is like a camera, because like I could see something red in there. And so he's like recording me or something. Like from here, I could see something red in there. So this was also given by my ex. So I have a crocodile and an alligator. All right. And I also see something. This one's, their eyes are black, but I still see something red in there. So I have I have like the perfect vision. Okay. So I have like 20/20 vision, and 2015 as well. And on the individual, yeah, there is some type of camera. I don't know if you could see it, but I could see red in there. And this, it's not a red marble. It's just like when there is something red in there. So they're trying to record me without my consent. All right. Now, I have this sign that says friends. I'm a person that to me, friendship, I am very loyal, and I expect loyalty in return. That has not been the case though. I'm a person that once I love, it's forever. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna be with a person forever if they're toxic, right? So to me, love is very important. Friendship is very important. Any type of partnership to me is extremely important, for there to be respect, loyalty, trust, okay, acceptance, balance, honesty. But that's not something that is very common among the universe, right? Among the world. Okay? Now, if you notice, I do have the Ace of Cups here. All right? To me, it represents the Holy Grail. Right? To me, it represents the Last Supper with my Lord, with my Jesus Christ, with Jehovah God, with the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity, right? I do have an image of a cross here. Okay. It's against the Ten Commandments to have any images, right? Um, in your altars. However, God and I have an agreement, and He wanted me to teach you guys that what is appropriate and the reason why. This is more of an explanation who I am, okay? You know, what I represent. I do have divine bloodline, okay? So my bloodline does come from the biblical times. There was 13 disciples, not 12. Mary Magdalene was the 13th disciple. Yeah. All right. She was the only female, all right, that would be among the 13 disciples. Okay. She was very connected to Jesus Christ. Okay. So within the tarot, we know that Ace of Cups represents love, right? That agape love, that ethereal love, that unconditional love that God's kingdom provide for us. Real, true, authentic love. The love that never dies. Right? This is very valuable to me. Was given by an ex. And it's not because my ex gave it to me that this is valuable. It's valuable to me because it represents who I am. Right? God loves us unconditionally. Right? But when we do get Him upset, then He does need to discipline us. Right? It's in the Bible how when we would do certain things, right? Why the Egyptians don't exist anymore. And I come from Egyptian lineage, royal lineage. That's why I have this Egyptian cat here, which is also made of marble, and it's my favorite color, which is like that green blue. Okay, and so I come from an Egyptian lineage, right? Isis, right? Magic, it's in my DNA, right? So, not all reptilians, I have the snake, crocodile, and alligator. Not all reptilians are evil. Not all scorpions are lethal. Not all snakes are poisonous. Some are venomous. Some uses venom that is lethal, others that is not malignant, right? All right. There are scorpions that are not, again, deadly, and there are other scorpions that are in low vibrations, that are very vindictive, right? That uses that dark energy for, witchcraft in the dark sense of evil purposes. That's not who I am. I use my dark energy because I do come from a bloodline that is evil and that is divine. My mother and my father, my paternal side family and my maternal side of the family, have music industry in our bloodlines. All right, music is in our industry, is in our DNA, and so we are hermetic by DNA. But I am hermetic through my soul. Okay? Meaning, not because I'm divine doesn't mean that my family are divine. There is only certain family members, ascended masters in my family members that are very high ranked spiritually. But I also have very dark, satanic, Luciferian family members that are involved in cults, covenants, that are very, very, very secretive and yet very big, okay? That are involved in politics and military, and they're like very well known in, you know, where we are from, right? I was made in Durango, Mexico, but I was born in Chicago, Illinois. Now, so this was given to me by a satanic Luciferian Romanian previous friend of, used to be friend of the family. Right? It used to belong to, I don't want to give history about it because that's more of a personal, okay, that's more of a personal thing, but this was given to me by my brother, because this was given to my brother and my brother gave it to me. But because my brother became Christian, he gave it to me, since I do tarot cards reading. So he thinks that in his mentality, he feels like I worship evil. No, I don't. I don't worship evil. I fight evil. However, when I use the dark energy, I'm referring to, you know, we all have, when you're high ranked, like spiritually, and you have graduated spiritually, and you have obtained your wings, your crown, your halo, right? And you have reached the goddess, earth goddess level. When you've been a goddess, when you've been an empress, an emperor, when you've been a queen and a king, when you have had empires and kingdoms, okay, in your previous lives, when you have divine bloodline, when you have galactic DNA, then you are chosen to be God's warrior. You are chosen to, you know, transform demons into earth gods and earth goddesses, earth angels. But it's important to become a newborn virgin like myself, okay? Not be intimate, right? You need to purify your mind, body, and soul. You need to clear all the hexes from your bloodline. All the hexes, the vexes, the curses, right? The karma from your bloodline, from your DNA, and remove and vanish all those family members that have been evil in your family tree, and block them and not allow them to resurrect again and follow you, because that's what has happened to me over and over again. And this timeline, I'm choosing not to give them a chance ever again, because this is the last timeline. And that's a contract that I did with God, that we gave them another chance this timeline, right? To be on earth again. They chose to infiltrate, as disguise themselves, my enemies disguising themselves as family members, to try to do what? To kill me. With black magic, with sending, with magic sending me toxic ass narcissistic motherfucking exes, sending like the same type of demons to be disguised as partners, so I could get kidnapped, so I could get tortured, so I could get abused, so I could get like molested and raped and go through all this torture and all these traumas. But guess what? I chose not to be a victim. I chose to be independent. And it's a constant prayer that I have to do to fight against all those obstacles and to eliminate all that like attempt of evil interference from my own bloodline. Do you feel me? So there is no more pity. There is no more forgiveness. They're gonna die. Okay? Their DNA is going to die. They're not gonna be able to resurrect again, reincarnate again, and be my mother again, or my fucking brother, or my sister, and then they fuck whoever is my partner. And then they have children. Or there's incest, where they fuck around with each other, where they abuse each other. I'm not going to allow it. God will not allow it anymore. It ends in this timeline. So this rocks represents whatever obstacles people, okay, whether it's fake friends, whether it's exes, whether it's con artists that they're sending my way so they could persuade me and seduce me and flirt with me and message me and and abuse me, and fucking lurk and spy on me and heck me and slander me. All those rocks, all those obstacles is going to immediately affect them, because death is part of karma. I mentioned to God, forgive them, Lord, if they are willing to transform themselves. If they refuse to change, if the world refuses to transform and surrender their souls to you, my Lord, if they continue killing us, poisoning our food, creating obstacles, manipulating us, right? Giving us the wrong type of motherfucking poison, and they disguise it as medicine, and they continue destroying our organs, may they fucking die. May their entire DNA die. Okay? Because we also have a dark side. Okay? But I use it wisely. Right? I defend and protect not just my son and my daughter, but humanity. But not just humanity, every planet, every dimension, every solar, lunar, and star systems out there, every reality known and unknown, because my DNA comes from different realities. I have existed in different worlds, and I'm not the only one. But certain individuals, they are out of balance, And they use dark energy for evil purposes. You're never supposed to use dark energy, or your dark side is never supposed to be used for evil purposes. That's when it comes back to you. You're only supposed to use your dark side to defend and protect yourself and the world. That's it. Now, notice that I have mirrors in here. Now, if people try to, there is 2 mirrors on each side. If people try to use mirror magic against me, and they try to interfere or spy on me by, using my mirrors as portals to their benefit. Chacho, don't you know I'm crazy? No. No, that's not gonna work, because God already knew what people were gonna do to me. Again, I have a very old soul, and this is not my first motherfucking rodeo. I have mastered my alchemy, my magic, many timelines ago. My entire body, my son, my daughter, we are protected from head to toe. We were protected. We are protected because we are magic. Because anything anybody does, it just automatically is going to backfire. And I have proof of that. And my enemies know that shit. They fucking know. They're like, oh, well, how come my magic is not working against her? I wonder why. Because, bitch, I'm divine. Not just spiritually, by DNA. It's different. It's not like I just connect spiritually and communicate with God and the Holy Trinity as many times as possible. It's beyond that. It's in my DNA. I come from biblical times. God lives inside me. And God could live inside you too. But first you must clear your DNA. First you must clear your DNA and be celibate and purify your mind, body, and soul, so God and His holy kingdom could be able to be inside your mind, your body, and your soul. If you're fucking around and you're being a player, you're being a hoe, no, they're not gonna be inside you. It's only demons, sexual demons. Now, because we have high rank spiritually, royal lineage and galactic DNA that is high rank, each DNA is high ranked, then automatically demons and the devil himself, through the power of Christ, through the power of Jehovah God, through the power of the Holy Spirit, they must obey. And when karmics try to attack us and they send demons against us, guess what? Those demons are gonna attack you. Because by the power of God's holy blood, those demons and the devil himself, or Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, they must attack our enemies. Because our enemies are trying to attack us. Because we outrank them. We outpower love, and the light overpowers darkness. Always. The moon, the sun, and the star overpowers darkness, which means they're always going to shine. Whether there's an eclipse, the moon and the sun is always going to shine. The stars are always going to shine regardless how dark the sky is. So the fact of the matter is, the light overpowers darkness. So there is no evil that can ever win. Ever. Never has, never will. Okay? Now, let's get closer. Let's see if I could. Okay, let's see. So this one was another treasure that was given to me. All right, I do have French DNA. All right, Spaniard DNA. So in Spain and in France, there is kings, queens, emperors and empresses and shit like that. There is no presidents, okay? All right. With the Egyptians, there is pharaohs, and pharaohs means that we have divine bloodline. We come from the gods, okay? But when we do prayers, we need to pray to Almighty Lord, our Savior, Jehovah God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. You gotta follow the 10 Commandments. Okay? I am just showing you these images as to teach you of where I come from and where the chosen twin flames, the 144 chosen earth gods and goddesses, earth angels that came here. Well, we're more of earth gods and goddesses, but we are here to transform humanity into earth angels. Okay? Now, God will remove, okay? God will vanish and take the crown. This is a black candle. God will vanish and take the crown away from individuals that were chosen to be twin flames, and they chose to be karmic and chose to continue fucking around with karmics and continue exchanging DNA with karmics and get married with karmics. Their crown, their abilities, their supernatural powers will be taken away, and they will be given to us. Their wisdom, their knowledge, their abilities, their talents, their gifts are going to be inherited to us. All right, and they will become karmic, and they will burn in the lake of fire. Okay, because they chose to use their dark energy to be using it for temptations, for addictions, for dark purposes, for evil purposes, and decided to attack their life partner, right? And mock us and like laugh about us and secretly in love with us, but then they continue lying, saying, oh, I'm not in love with her. I don't even believe in twin flames, but yet secretly they're doing fucking research with their karmics, doing magic against us. And then when shit backfires, oh, she must be doing magic back to us. Automatically it goes back to you because of her DNA. Automatically. We don't even have to say anything. We don't even have to say return to sender, because we were already born pure. But in order to continue being pure, We have to follow the 10 commandments. And yes, we are humans and we are going to be sinners. As long as we don't break the 10 commandments, yeah, we you know, once we purify our DNA and we remove from our bloodline all those evil, distorted family members and vanish our exes from our DNA, then and banish all our exes, then we can successfully be able to go dating, right? But we cannot be intimate unless it's our life partner. We cannot, and unless we marry our life partner, okay? We cannot get married with anyone that you think you fall in love with, because you don't fall in love with them. You're just obsessed. So you have to really purify your mind, body, and soul. And yeah, you're able to fucking drink, but you have to be able to know what type of alcohol you're drinking, because a lot of alcohol, you know, out there, they're called spirits because they have entities in them, right? Whether they're demonic or whether they're lower negative entities, or so make sure that if you're gonna drink, I would suggest, my recommendation would be wine, okay? And do prayers before you drink anything. You could make your water and whatever you drink holy by doing prayers over it and saying, God, purify my wine, make it holy, allow me to have a holy experience, a holy connection with you. You must have courage, must use your power, okay, to confront your demons. Don't give it power by being scared. Don't fall into that like, you know, like narcissistic people are demons, right? You know, they are very good in blaming people. Do they regret things? Yes, they do. But then they rather blame people. Deep inside, they know they fucked it up, but it's very rare they fucking admit it. It's almost impossible, but yet, when they end up being intimate with a divine chosen empath like ourselves, with a twin flame, and a dark twin flame comes into contact with us, an evil twin flame, then you best believe that we're the ones that open up their heart chakras. We're the ones that are going to make sure, just by them sharing DNA with us and being and having that, they were lucky enough to be intimate with us, right? Then they are going to feel our absence. And they are going to, each individual that comes in contact with us, they are going to be fascinated by us, all right? Our enemies are going to hate us, but yet they're going to love us. But the common denominator here is that it becomes an obsession. A motherfucking obsession. Lust, passion, love, hate. A combination of a challenge, a combination of competition, and a fucking jealousy that is ridiculous. It's like they cannot move on away from us. We become their favorite motherfucking drug, their obsession. They'll be lurking, They're being spying. They're going to be hacking. They're going to be talking shit and slandering and doing the most. And yet, they're going to be loving us. Weird, isn't it? But it's possible. It does exist. It's more common than you know. And all of you have been in contact with some type of narcissistic. Before, I didn't even know what that was until I started learning from my family. I don't communicate with no family member whatsoever, from my paternal side and my maternal side. None of them. Only my son and my daughter. That's it. Right? Thank you, Greasy Wendigo. Welcome to my my live. I just noticed your comments. Thank you. So, make sure you guys like, share, comments, and follow me. Your friendship is welcome. Bella Luna Mystical Goddess. I'm everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter. Okay. And I do different type of readings. I do tarot cards, oracle cards, gypsy cards, index cards, object readings, element readings. I read all the elements, the smoke, the fire, everything. Okay. And I do readings that are very different from everybody else. I'm not going to repeat readings that you see millions of times everywhere. That's not what I do. I talk about topics that are important and copying is not what I'm here to do. I'm here to give knowledge and wisdom that is needed. Okay? Now, we have to speak. We have to express ourselves. We have to communicate. And we have to be honest about it. We have to take responsibility. And we have to learn how to handle different type of comments. Not all comments are going to be positive. There are going to be individuals that are trolls that are going to be trying to debate our wisdom. Right? Don't let that discourage you. We are here to express God's word. Because He intended for there to be testimonies of His miracles, testimonies of what we have witnessed about His power, right? Religion was not His intention. God does not approve religion, and He does not approve churches, because it's in the 10 Commandments. Hewn stones. All the churches that are built with hewn stones are going to be destroyed. Because in reality, if we do research, we're going to realize that a lot of religions have given us false information and have hidden a lot of hidden agendas. They're undercover. They worship undercover deities, gods and goddesses that are pagan or Wiccan or Wicca, whatever, right? And it's in the 10 Commandments. We must honor, respect, and worship our Almighty Lord, Jehovah, God, Jesus Christ, Son, Holy Spirit. our connection with the divine, there is this purity that is needed. Okay? Our higher self or elder soul or crone energy is the wisest energy that we have inside. That's what is our intuition. We also have that mother energy, right? That mother father energy that we have, because we have a feminine energy and a masculine energy. All of us have that. We must have it balanced. Okay? The feminine energy, which is the mother energy, we're supposed to be lovable, right? We are supposed to be nurturing, loyal, respectful, wise, very methodical, okay? Providing happiness and giving good advice, right, to our partner. Our masculine father energy inside of us, we're supposed to be taking control of our lives in a very balanced, mature way. Knowing when we are accepting that we can be wrong, and yet not have regrets about it, but do something about it by improving in our flaws, right? By being a leader and yet being a team player. By being able to be a king and a queen in order to rule your kingdom successfully. In order to be an emperor and an empress, to be able to provide safety to your empire, it requires a balance of teamwork and a partnership that is a combination of being best friends with each other, being a perfect partner that is able to solve their dilemmas in a peaceful manner, that is able to communicate logically, that is able to be open-minded with their views, even if they're contradictory, even if they're different views, they're able to see the logic in the positive and the negative, right? But their intuition cannot be ignored. This is purple. Their intuition cannot be ignored, right? They must see beyond the veil. They must see spiritually. They must activate all their chakras from head to toe. Not just from the kundalini or from the root chakra all the way to your crown chakra. No. From head to toe. There's more than 7 chakras, right? So we have to activate all those chakras and have all those energies balanced, right? So we could be able to see, and so all our senses could be very activated. We're going to be able to hear without being there when they're talking shit. We could hear them from far away. Well, depending, because certain individuals have certain gifts. If you're a clairaud like myself, then you're going to have all the clear, abilities. You have all the psychic abilities, and there you go. You understand what I'm talking about, right? But, however, each ability is very important. And depending how many missions you have in each timeline, or like myself, that's why I have all the abilities, because I'm not just helping Earth, I'm helping all the realities known and unknown. I'm existing in different realities at the same time, right? We are multidimensional. Okay, so then we're going to be able to communicate with the spiritual realm, right? We're gonna be able to smell, taste, feel, see, read, acknowledge different things that other people can't. But they could if they start purifying their mind, body, and soul. And doesn't mean that they're going to get all the psychic abilities. It depends what their spiritual mission is, or how many missions they have in this. What is your purpose, right? If you have one purpose, or how many purpose do you have, then that depends on how many abilities you're going to have, right? We have two different pinks here, right? One is darker than the other. Okay, so we must have an understanding that we need to be proud of ourselves and yet be humble. We need to let go of that victim mentality, because we all been through tragedies, we all been through catastrophic events, horrible situations that, that we wonder, I didn't deserve that. It doesn't mean that you did. Everybody has endured different obstacles, and there is different reasons for it, or different excuses. Okay? It could also be that you are having a hard time. You're surrounding yourself with toxic individuals, and it's time for us to be around people that matches our energy. Okay? Because then we're gonna attract negativity, and we do exchange energy, we do exchange karma, we do exchange demons, and we do exchange angels. Decide what you want to exchange, and be very picky on what you exchange and with who, because not everybody deserves blessings. Why should a pedophile or an evil worshiper or a bitch or a player deserve good luck? They don't. Right? Money does not buy you true love. We see it, right? We see it with celebrities. We see it with, that, like, they have all the money that they could, and then a lot of them, they go broke. Corruption does not reward you. Sooner or later, whatever foundation you built up with evil intentions, it's not gonna end good. It's not. Okay? Now, we must ground ourselves. God guarantees peace, harmony, balance, loyalty, trust, okay, and protection, justice. And don't give up. You must have faith. You must believe, and God will show you miracles. Okay? We are very powerful as humans, but if we don't raise our vibrations, you're not going to be powerful. Okay? And things are going to get stolen from you. Whoever you surround yourself with, that's exactly what you're going to be attracting, and more. 100 times more. 1,000,000 times more. Or even eternally. Because there's individuals that are cursed for every lifetime. This is their last timeline, so they're going to die. And physically, but spiritually, they are going to be burning eternally. But they're going to live obstacles through obstacles, and everybody that is around them is gonna experience the same type of bullshit or worse, just by hanging around with the wrong motherfucking people. You get me? So it's very important to know who we hang around with. All right? Who we share love with. Who we help. A lot of us, we help, you know, other individuals that are very popular, and they share their videos and they subscribe to them, and then they comment on them, and they make them popular and famous. Do they help you? Are they your friends? Or is it just like, make me famous, but you're not getting anything in return? They're just giving you fake ass messages. They're just giving you opinions. They're just copying from another reader or another individual that is not even anointed or approved by God's kingdom to give those messages to the collective, to the universe, to the world. You get cursed. Because people like to be groupies. They like to be like noticed, you know? And they like to help individuals that don't need your help. But when we ask for likes, comments, and for people to share, to subscribe, you know, people ignore us. But as I mentioned before, those that do cooperate, they receive eternal blessings. Those that don't, then they get cursed, because it's an equal give and take. It's just part of the law of attraction. What you give is what you get in return, right? I am simply giving out messages that God intended for us to have, right? Messages that, you know, were taken from the Bible and were written by religious people that edit the Bible and remove books that were very important, and they dared to accuse us of being evil worshipers. No, we all have abilities. We all do. Jesus Christ was spiritual. He was not religious. He did not go to churches. However, he wouldn't mind a church, but in the Bible it says it does not have to be of hewn stones, and he specifies what type of crystals he would like his church to be. Nobody has built a church the way God wanted it to be built. And I'm going to do that for him. All right. Our intimacy, this is orange, is very sacred, as I mentioned in the beginning. It's very important that we share intimacy with the right type of, with our life partner only. Okay? With our life partner, okay? And we must marry our life partner, and both parties need to be virgins, reborn virgins, celibate for a period of time till they're able to heal their mind, body, and soul, and be able to vanish and cut cords of all the karmics that they've been intimate with, vanish the energy of all their exes and the toxic family members that they've been, you know, living with or interacting with. Clearing their DNA, making sure that by removing hexes and curses and karma from their lineage, from their bloodline, it's very important. Then you're able to get married. Then you're able to be intimate. But it's not gonna work. That's the marriage that is approved by God. You cannot. God does not approve marriages because you're a gold digger, because of finances, because you have children with them. That those children were not meant to be. That situationship was not meant to be. You were not meant to be with that person for a long period of time. You were just supposed to learn lessons from that karmic. That's it. You become intimate with a karmic, you become a karmic, which means you become a demon. And whatever procreation you create, it's a demon. It's a demon seed. It's not going to be a divine child. It's not going to be a partnership that is approved by God. Might be approved by religion, but that's not approved by God. So those type of situationships will get destroyed. It's already happening. It's already happening. Right? Death. This is a Scorpio. Right? So it represents death, transformation, mystical, secrets, right? Reincarnation, represents grandparents, right? Represents poison, lethal, right? Protection. Okay. This snake represents being able to awaken the Kundalini via Kama Sutra. Kundalini goddess, Kama Sutra, right? Being able to let go of the past, shed the skin, and start over, fresh, with a new skin, right? Being seductive, right? Alluring, but yet very powerful, tempting, enchanting, right? Addictive, right? It's like scary, but it's like you love it and then you hate it. You fear it, but then you want it. You get me? Being able to have the energy of light and dark, right? Light and dark. This might look blank to you, but I have invisible sigils here. I was listening to Egyptian meditation music on YouTube. Okay. Asian Dudok music. Alright. So I'm going to end the live and I'm gonna upload it to my Facebook and to my group and my page, and then I'm going to go live again. But this time I'll do some crime solving readings using elements. All right, so thank you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it.